Have you ever wondered what mistakes you might regret in 10 years? Life is a journey filled with choices. Some choices fill us with joy, while others lead us down a path of regret. As we journey through time, it's important to take a moment to reflect on the mistakes we might be making right now. These are the errors that, a decade down the line, could turn into painful regrets. In our discussion today, we're going to address 5 common mistakes that many of us make, often without realizing the potential long-term consequences. We'll explore how these mistakes can impact our lives and why it's crucial to address them now rather than later. By being mindful of these potential pitfalls, we can steer our lives in a more positive direction. Let's delve into these 5 mistakes so you can take action now and build a richer, more meaningful life. The first mistake many of us make is waiting for the right time. How often have you found yourself holding back on a dream, a project, or a desire, convinced that there will be a better time? This is procrastination, a silent thief that robs us of precious opportunities and the joy of living our dreams. We put off starting that business, taking that trip, or diving into our passion. We tell ourselves the time isn't right, the circumstances aren't perfect, or we aren't ready. But here's the truth. There's rarely a perfect moment. Life is unpredictable, and waiting for the stars to align may mean waiting forever. It's easy to look back after a decade and regret the chances you didn't take, the dreams you didn't pursue, and the life you didn't live. So let's confront this mistake head on. Remember, time waits for no one, your right moment is now. The second mistake is being afraid to take risks. This fear, this apprehension of what lies beyond our comfort zone, can often be a roadblock on our journey towards personal and professional growth. It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, looking down at the unknown. But here's the catch. The unknown is not always a dark abyss. Sometimes it's a pool of opportunities waiting to be discovered. Every day we face a multitude of choices. Some of these choices are safe, they're comfortable, they're familiar. But it's the other ones, the risky ones, that hold the key to our growth, to our potential. The fear of failure, of change, of the unknown can be paralyzing. Yet it's crucial to remember that every great success story begins with the decision to take a risk, to step out of the known and venture into the unknown. Because at the end of the day, regrets are often greater for the chances you didn't take. The third mistake is seeking constant approval from others. Ever feel like you're living someone else's life? Like you're on a hamster wheel, running endlessly but not for yourself, for someone else's expectations? That's the trap of approval seeking. It's a common mistake, but it's one that can leave you with a decade's worth of regret. When you base your decisions on the opinions of others, you're not living your truth. You're living theirs. And in doing so, you're distancing yourself from your own values and desires. You're putting your happiness in someone else's hands. But here's the kicker. It's your life, not theirs. You're the one who has to live with your choices, not them. So why give them the power to dictate your path? Make decisions that align with your values, your desires, your dreams. Because when all is said and done, in the long run, the only approval that truly matters is your own. The fourth mistake is neglecting your mental well-being. Imagine your mind as a garden. If left untended, it can become overgrown with weeds, affecting the growth of beautiful, nourishing plants. Similarly, neglecting your mental health can result in a tangled mess of stress, anxiety, and depression, stifling your potential for happiness and fulfillment. In 10 years, you might look back with regret at the times you didn't seek help when you needed it, didn't practice self-care, or didn't manage stress in a healthy way. It's easy to fall into the trap of prioritizing everything else over your mental well-being. But remember, your mental health is just as crucial as your physical health. It's the foundation for your overall well-being and quality of life. Don't let your garden become overrun with weeds. Prioritize your mental health by seeking balance, support, and emotional management techniques. The fifth mistake is failing to build an emergency fund. The lack of financial planning can lead to significant regrets down the line. Many of us tend to live in the present, spending as we earn, without considering the importance of having a safety net. But let's imagine a scenario where you're suddenly faced with an unexpected expense, a job loss, or a health emergency. Without an emergency fund, these unforeseen circumstances can be financially devastating. Building an emergency fund is not just about setting aside money for a rainy day, it's about ensuring long-term stability. It's about planning for your future goals and investing wisely. It's about creating a financial cushion that allows you to navigate life's unexpected twists and turns with a sense of security. If you haven't started yet, it's never too late. Begin by setting aside a small portion of your income each month. Over time, these small amounts will accumulate into a sizable safety net. Start building your emergency fund today for long-term stability. In summary, life is a journey filled with opportunities and challenges. We've navigated through the 5 mistakes you might regret in 10 years. From waiting for the right time, being afraid to take risks, seeking constant approval, neglecting your mental well-being, to failing to build an emergency fund. These are errors that can mold our lives, sometimes leaving us with a bitter taste of regret. But remember, these mistakes are not life sentences. They're signposts guiding us toward a richer and more meaningful existence. Each one holds a lesson, a nugget of wisdom to carry forward. They remind us to seize the day, dare to step into the unknown, honor our individuality, prioritize our mental health, and secure our financial future. Regret, when used wisely, can be a powerful tool for personal growth. It can be the catalyst that propels us to act differently, to make better choices. So instead of regretting in 10 years, take action now. Time is passing.